All right, class, let's go ahead and review section 2. So 1A, you're going to want to review topics 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, so not 4. And then 1B, you're not going to review topic 1, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with section 2, topic 1. We're just identifying is that true or false, right? Is 12 plus 4 the same thing as 12 minus 4? Well, 12 plus 4 would be 16. 12 minus 4 would be 8, right? Is that true? No, so that one's definitely false. All right, same thing below it. Is this true or false? 5 plus 4 squared, is that the same thing as 5 squared plus 4 squared? Well, I've got the same numbers, right? I'm squaring them both, but 5 plus 4 would be 9, and 9 squared would be 81, right? 5 squared over here is 25, 4 squared would be 16. Well, 25 plus 16, that's not going to give me 81, right? 35, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 41. Pretty different, so that's false as well. All right, so next, section 2, topic 2. Write the next step of the equation using the correct property of equality. Okay, so I got 5x equals 28. That's where we have to identify what is the 5 and the x doing to each other. They're multiplying, and the opposite of multiply would be to divide. So the next step would be 5x over 5 equals 28 over 5, right? We've got to divide both sides by that 5 in order for those 5s to cancel out. So this would be the next step. All right, down below, an equation is shown. So 7x minus 5 equals 29. In step 1, it looks like we're adding 5 to both sides, right? And then step 2, these 5s cancel out. 29 plus 5 gives us 34. So which property was used for step 1? Well, we added 5 to both sides. So that's that addition property of equality. Addition property of equality. All right, section 2, topic 3. The cost per movie ticket is $5. Create an equation to find out how many tickets, so we don't know how many tickets must sell for the theater to make $3.50. So I underlined everything of importance, right? 5, equation, how many, make $3.50. So let's review it. So everything here makes $3.50. So make is going to be our equal sign, and $3.50 is going to be on the other side of that equal sign. Now it says a movie ticket is $5, so that would be 5. So let's write down 5. And how many is how it's wondering. How many tickets, right? We don't know how many tickets were sold. We're creating an equation. The equation has that equal sign. That's where we got that equal sign from. And how many were sold? We'd have to multiply, right? It's 5 per ticket. So 5 times x, or just 5x, equals $3.50. There is our equation. Okay, next one. Jamie has $6 to buy lemons. Each lemon is 50 cents. Create an equation to represent the number of lemons Jamie can buy. So she has $6 to buy lemons. Each lemon is 50 cents. Create an equation to represent the number of lemons Jamie can buy. So this is an equation, so we're going to put our equal sign down in there. If it was an inequality, we would do the inequality sign. We'd have to figure out which one. And if it was an expression, we would not be putting in an equality sign or an equal sign. All right, so she has $6, right? She can't spend more than the $6, so that's what we're going to equal, the $6 that she has. Okay, and each lemon is 50 cents, right? So it's 50 cents per lemon, essentially. So that's multiply. Now 50 cents, now this is dollars, so I can't just write 50. I have to write 0.50. and that's per lemon, so we're gonna multiply. I'm gonna use L to be my lemon, so 0.50 L equals 6. All right, let's look at the section 2, topic 4. So it says solve for x, and I have two x's, right? And I've got two sets of parentheses and I equal 0. So remember, when you see the equal 0, we're not multiplying, we're not doing the box method, we're solving for x. So I'm gonna take this side, x plus 4, and I'm gonna make that equal 0. I'm gonna take the other side, x minus 3, I'm gonna make that equal 0. And then we gotta solve. The opposite of plus 4 is minus 4, right? So we're gonna do minus 4 on both sides of that equal sign. These 4's cancel out, we get x equals -4. Then over here, I've got a minus 3. Well, the opposite of a minus 3 is a plus 3, so add 3 to both sides. These cancel out, x equals 0 plus 3, which is just 3. All right, next one. This one's got some more numbers in there, but we're doing the same exact thing. We're gonna do 3x minus 9 equals 0, and 2x plus 8 equals 0. We're just using our properties of equality, right? The opposite of a minus 9 is to plus 9. So we're gonna plus 9, and whatever I do to this side, I have to do to this side as well. Our 9's cancel out. We get 3x equals 9. 0 plus 9 is 9. The 3 and the x are multiplying, so the opposite would be to divide. So we're going to divide both sides by 3. These 3's cancel out. X equals, well, 9 divided by 3 is 3. So there's one answer. We got to still find the other one. All right, over here, opposite of that plus 8 is to minus 8. I'm gonna do it over here and over here, right? Once to each side. These 8's cancel out. We get 2x equals 0 minus 8 is -8. Now we need to get rid of that 2. 2x means 2 times x, so we gotta divide. So divide both sides by 2. These 2's cancel out. We get x equals 8 divided by 2 is 4, and it was negative, so it's a -4. X equals -4. And later on, we're going to be looking at graphing these. All right, let's move on to section 2, topic 5. All right, so section 2, topic 5, I've got an inequality, and we're going to be solving for the x. So first I've got to distribute. So we're going to do 3 times the 4x. Well, 3 times 4 gives me 12, and I'm going to bring down that x. But we can't stop there. We've got that 2 also is in the parentheses, so 3 times that positive 2 is a positive 6. Bring down our equal to or greater than sign, and then bring down that -4. All right, well, I need to get x by itself, so I need to get rid of the 12 and get rid of that positive 6. So the opposite of a positive 6 is a -6, so we can minus 6 from both sides. Another thing that you can do, we've kind of done this with the literal equations, is if I just write -6 over here, then that positive 6 will go away. So bring down your 12x equal to or greater than. -4, -6 are like terms. Let's add those up. They're both negative, so we add them. 6 plus 4 is 10, and they're both negative, so it's a -10. And just like we did up here, right? If we move it over here as the opposite, then it goes away. So the 12 and the x are multiplying. So if I divide the other side by the 12 goes away. And there we go. There's our answer. X is equal to or greater than -10 over 12. And you know what? We can actually simplify that down, so let's do that. X is equal to or greater than -5 over 6. Half of 10 is 5. Half of 12 is 6. All right, let's look at the next one in section 2, topic 5. 12 plus 15 is less than 10x plus 32. So this time I have x's on both sides. I want all of my x's on one side. My least number of x's is either 12 or 10. My least number is 10, and it's a positive 10, right? So we're going to subtract 10x from both sides. Well, 12 minus 10 is going to give me 2x. Bring down plus 15. Bring down less than. Those cancel out. Bring down 32. I need to get rid of that plus 15 and the 2. So the opposite of plus 15 is to minus 15. So let's do that to both sides. These cancel out. We get 2x is less than, well, 30 is twice of 15. So this is just going to be 17. 32 minus 15 will give me 17. And then last, I need to get rid of that 2. So I'm going to divide both sides by 2. Those cancel out. We get x is less than 17 over 2. Since that's not an even number, I'm not going to divide it and get a decimal. I'm just going to leave it as a fraction. All right, let's move on. Section 2, topic 6. John wants to book a trip. He found 2 different deals. Option A, he pays $300 for a hotel and food. Option B, he pays $100 for his hotel and X amount for food. Write an inequality to find how much money John would have to spend on food in order for option B to be cheaper. So I just marked up our keywords. So right here it says inequality. So this is where I would go ahead and throw your box in the middle. Where it says option A, put that over here. Option B, put that over here. And let's look back over it. So option A, he says he pays $300 for a hotel and food. Now it doesn't say per night or anything, it's just a flat 300. So option A, we're gonna write 300. Option B, he pays 100 for the hotel, so we're at 100, and X for food. So we don't know how much food he's gonna buy, it's telling us X, right? X represents that, and means to add, right? So we're gonna write and plus X, and X for food. Write an inequality to find how much money John would have to spend on food in order for option B to be cheaper than A. So I want B to be less than A, so we're gonna choose this sign right there. There we go. All right, let's look at the one below that. Kate needs to rent a car. She can either pay $45 per day with an unlimited miles or $27 per day and 40 cents per mile. Write an inequality to represent how many miles she would have to drive for option A to be cheaper. So again, all right, let's underline our words. So 45 per day with unlimited miles or 27 per day and 40 cents per mile. Write an inequality represent how many miles she'd have to drive for option A to be cheaper. So option A, we want to be cheaper. So this is where again, you're gonna write option A to the left, option B, put our box in the middle. All right, so it says 45 per day, so we're gonna write 45. And now it says per day, so we're gonna write 45D, right? 45 times the number of days. Now, if it said that she's only renting it for 1 day, then we wouldn't really need the D, but it doesn't actually say that on here. Okay, then it says option B, she can do 27 per day, so 27 per day, and that would be plus 40 per mile. So remember to put your decimal by that 40, right? Because it's 40 cents. These are dollars. So 40 cents. And then mile, we don't know the number of miles, so we're going to choose M. Write an inequality, represent how many miles she would have to drive for option A to be cheaper, right? So A, we want to be less than B, right? We're going to point to the less than sign, open to the larger side. And there we go. All right, let's go on. Section 2, topic 8. All right, so I've got 2 plus b over d equals x, and we're looking for terms of b. So please always make sure you know what letter you're solving for. That's the issue I see a lot of times, is we accidentally solve for the wrong letter. So in this one, we're solving for b, so underline the b and do the opposite of everything else. I'm dividing by d. The opposite of dividing by d would be to multiply by d. So we're going to multiply the other side by d, and then this d goes away. All right, I've got a positive 2 over here. So the opposite of a positive 2 would be to subtract 2, and then the 2 goes away. Did we get the b by itself? Yes, we did. Let's bring it down. We get b equals x. Now x times d is the same thing as xd, and then minus 2. There is our answer. All right, next one. Section 2, topic 8 again. Rewrite the equation in terms of d. So underline that d. We have to do the opposite again. So I need to get rid of the 5a and the b. Well, the opposite of a plus b is a minus b. So write minus b on the other side, and then let's cross that out. The 5 and the a are multiplying the d, right? So we need to divide the other side by 5a, and they go away over there. We got the d by itself. Let's bring it down. D equals c minus b over 5a. All right, last topic, section 2, topic 9. All right, Lionel's got a pocket full of dimes, a pocket full of quarters. He's got a total of $3.70. Write an equation that represents this situation. All right, so he has a pocket full of dimes and a pocket full of quarters. He has a total of $3.70. Write an equation that represents this situation. So equation, right? So equation has an equal sign. So let's throw down that equal sign. The total of $3.70, so write 3.70. And now this one's a little tricky because it doesn't really give us the other numbers, so you kind of have to think about it. Well, I know that a dime is 10 cents, and I know that a quarter is 0.25 cents, right? So let's use those. So I know how much a dime and a quarter are worth, but I don't know how many he has. So we're going to use 0.10 to represent the amount of money that you get per dime. But since we don't know the number of dimes, we're going to choose the letter D to represent the number of dimes. Now it has and quarters, right? So and would be our plus sign. And I know a quarter is 25 cents, so we're going to write 0.25. And I don't know the number of quarters, so I'm going to choose Q to represent the number of quarters. So 10 cents times the number of dimes that he has, plus 25 cents times the number of quarters that he has, would give me the 370 that he has. There we go. All right, last one, section 2, topic 9 again. The bookshop sells books for $4 each and magazines for $2 each. Mary spent $20 on books and magazines. Write an equation that represents the situation. All right, so let's underline our stuff. So it's $4 each a magazine. I'm sorry, $4 each for a book, $2 each for a magazine. I've got an and right there. She spent 20 on books and magazines, right? So there's our total. Write an equation that represents the situation. So equation has the equal sign. And then she spent 20 on both, so there's our total, so equals 20. All right, and then she spent $4 per book, right? $4 each. So 4 Now I don't know the number of books, but I'm gonna choose B to represent that, right? 4 times the number of books is how much she spent on books. And bring our plus sign down. Magazines were $2 each, so it's gonna be 2 times the number of magazines. I'll choose M to represent that. And there we go, there's our equation. We are done.